hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to take you along my day. I have a few errands to run today. Hopefully I get them accomplished because for some reason when I say it to you guys here, it ends up happening. So it's kind of like I'm holding myself accountable. I have a busy day today. I have a team meeting that we have to go into right now to talk about marketing, about gaining video testimonials from our patients. And so this is something that comes really easy for me. However, some of my teammates struggle with that, and that's totally fine because not everybody is comfortable with asking for reviews or feedback. And so we're going to be doing a training on that. We're going to be meeting with Fred Joyle. He is like the head of marketing. If you guys don't know, he has a bunch of marketing books. He's kind of the guy that got me into social media marketing. So when I first started doing dentistry, little side story here, my doctor saw that I had, I was one of the youngest one in the practice. I think I was like barely 20, and I had social media and I was on it, and I was probably the only one that really used it. So he kind of said like, Wendy, hey, you know what? It seems that something that's up your alley, it's your jam. Would you be interested in taking this class and taking this course by Fred Joyle? It was up in San Jose and it was with the Patterson Company. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll take it, sure. I met Fred and I fell in love. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. He gets it. I think he was like probably in his 40s maybe at the time. And I was like, this is so neat. Like he's teaching this. Like I want to do what he's doing. Like that's so cool. So much fun. And it really just like lit the fire under my booty to like get more into social media managing, social media content. So I consumed so much stuff for the first couple of years because my doctor was paying for it, and he was like, do what you need. And he basically let me run rampant, run wild with our social medias, and we really started gaining online presence. So, we would go to our annual plannings or go to our meetings. People would be like, Hemingway, like, how did you do it? Like, how are you, building out your content? How are you getting testimonials? How are you showing up? Like, they were kind of confused on how that works. I think that's one of the biggest struggles that dental offices have, is that yes, we can do the clinical, we can perform, do the work, but when it comes down to taking action and getting like that information online, nobody in the office wants to do it. It's so hard, it's complicated, it takes time. And so for me, I was that person in the office that when I creatively saw things that I'm like, hey, as a patient, I would want to see that. When I saw it from those eyes, I would capture it with my phone. And I wasn't like, I wasn't nitpicky with the doctor. I was like, I'm taking this picture, I'm posting it on Instagram. He's like, okay. I'm taking this picture, I'm posting it on Facebook. Okay, I'm taking this video. And I was just basically looking at it from a patient's point of view. And since I had a really bad experience with dentists as a young kid, it's kind of weird that I got into dentistry, but I was looking at it from a customer's perspective. And so that's kind of where my creativeness comes from, that I capture things. And it's hard too because a lot of my teammates are camera shy. They don't want to be on the camera. They don't want to have a picture taken. They're not ready. And so it kind of makes my job a little bit harder. And I think that's what a lot of dental offices deal with. And so they think, well, I'll just outsource to a social media manager. I'll just outsource to a social media agency and it'll be all better. And it's not. I'll tell you one thing, it sucks even more. Like for me, by outsourcing it, it's like I have to take all the videos and pictures and then email them or drop file them, upload them to their platform, and then share them across other platforms for them to get repurposed and scheduled. And so to me, that's just like, well, I'm just gonna take the middleman out and I'll just do it myself. And that's what I've been doing. And so I just think that sometimes it just takes a person like a doctor or the office manager empowering a person who likes it and letting them just, create their own creative spin on it. Like one thing, if someone starts telling me that I can't post this, I can't post that, I don't like this, I don't like that, that kind of just dampens my creativeness. And I'm like, I don't want to do it then. You do it. Like you go ahead and manage it. And so I think that's where you really have to empower individual, and if you see that they have that in them, give them the tools, give them the education. Right now with chat GPT, they make it so easy. Like I didn't have that, so I literally had to create captions, create my own words, create things, and like I'm not the perfect speller, I'm not the perfect writer, I hate writing. So to me that was like my biggest challenge. And now it's like you have no excuses. Like basically capture the picture, capture the video, throw a little filter on it, throw it up on your wall, and use Chat GPT to write your little caption, and boom, you got it. Like, it makes it so easy. So I think one thing is that people are all on social media. Like, if you're driving, if you're driving, you're and you see people like sitting at the bus stop, you see people walking, where's their attention? Their attention is on their phone. So if you're not utilizing and taking advantage of social media platforms to market your business, whether it's dentistry or not, you're losing, because you need to be at top of the mind for people. And whether you share funny stuff, educational stuff, like, your brand will get recognized and you'll get known and people will remember you. So you need to be posting consistently and sharing, because that's how people are going to remember you and want to visit your office. Like, honestly, my goal at my office currently is, like, I want to show up at least, we're only open 4 days a week, so at least 3 to 2 times we're going to show up on our feed, on our stories, and we're going to utilize that. And so there is times and days, like if we have a special meeting or a special celebration, those are prime times that you can capture pictures because people are ready and use those for later. Like, you don't have to use them that same day. Like, sprinkle them throughout your whole month. And so I do have some pictures that we took for annual planning, and I'm going to sprinkle those throughout the month of December, because everybody was dressed up, everybody looked pretty, and everybody was ready and smiling. And so we're going to use those. And one little tip I'll give you guys is that when you're out on an outing, or you're like getting ready for like a meeting and everyone's ready, say, hey, let me get the hygienists together, let me get the doctors together, let me get the assistants, like, get the departments together, mix and match the friends, mix and match everybody, so that you can use those for repurposing. So I know you guys didn't want a little social media tip, but I think that I just really love creating content in the social media, and if this can help somebody, like we talked about, Fred Doyle was the guy that got me really into it, and I think it just comes naturally, and I love it. I created my own social media agency during the pandemic. I was able to bring in clients. I had seven up to 9 at one point, and I was very overwhelmed, and I was like, oh heck no, I do not want to do this. Like, creating social media for multiple office was a lot. It was very draining, from me editing the pictures, the captions, scheduling. It was a lot of work, and so I would never do it again. But if somebody has that drive and they have that personality, like, you know what, a social media agency is awesome. Also, there's a lot of high expectations that companies or owners have. They want that quick return on investment, and unfortunately it's a long game. And so my advice would get somebody from in the office internally that can run and manage social media. That's where you're going to get more return on investment. And just set time blocks. Like, I get a lot of stuff done because I time block. I actually schedule out certain days where I do certain things. And so I'm not, like, I'm running an organization, I'm running an office, so I have to make sure that I schedule my days and time block my days, because I won't get anything done, because people are always asking and pulling. There's always one thing after another that needs to get done. So Tuesdays are our days for meetings, and that's the day where I usually kind of review the week and get caught up on any kind of admin work. It's more of the back end of stuff, and I look at like HR and payroll and stuff. So anyways, I don't know. I'm just going on a tangent. I just have a lot to say. My mind is going. I'm feeling good. I got a great workout in last night. I re-registered for Dorm. If you guys don't know, I used to be a member of them. And actually, I wasn't a member. I did a 3-month trial, I believe. Yeah, 3 months trial. And it was really challenging for me. Like, at that time, I wasn't working out, and I was just watching my diet, and I was just, eating and, on the program. So I wasn't working out. I was maybe like walking. That's about it. After that, I started doing that program, but it was just too hard for me. So I'm like, I'm not going to register for something that I can't even handle. But after that, I wanted to get back into working out again. And I ended up I did the 75 hard. That kicked my ass in gear, and it really got me back to working out, pushing myself, just really getting fit. And then after the 75 hard, I was like, you know what? I really want to get stronger. And my goal is always just to have like a stronger, firmer body as I get older. Like, I don't want to be all ripped and all juiced up, but I want to have a firm, toned body. And so I started getting into, I started lifting weights, and I was getting like bigger and bulkier and like macro counting, and I just found myself that I was getting heavier and bigger and bulkier, which I know that's the whole process, but I personally didn't like that feeling, and I decided to back off. And so I started eating kind of like eating less, going back on the program of my diet and not doing strength training. And so right now I'm into like yoga and Pilates and running, and that's kind of where my goal is for, you know, kicking off to 2024. Is I really want to work on my physique and just get like nice and toned and lean. And I decided to re-register for her program because it's about, you know, she even has like nutrition and recipes, and I kind of need some new inspiration. I feel like Pinterest, I keep seeing the same things over and over, and I'm not really feeling inspired by the meals. So she has meal plans and seasonal meal plans. So I am excited for that. I did my Pilates last night, and I actually was able to do it. Like, I was busting a sweat, but I was doing it, and I was so proud of myself. Like, oh my God, like I am stronger from where I was last year, because I was not strong. I also have the subscription with Apple Fitness, and I use that for the running. They do have weight training, and they also have like yoga, Pilates, meditation. So I've been using that one, and I'm gonna use both of them. So we shall see how it goes, but I'm just super excited. I feel good, and we'll chat later then. So I just got here to Blazing Bagel, and we're gonna get some bagels for the team for this morning's meeting.
That is really?
Ooh, I wanted this too.
I know.
She read my wish list.
Of
course I read.
Wait, what was that?
It's black. So I pulled this out of the oven, and everything looked really melted on the edges. However, the white was not melted, so I'm not sure what I did wrong here. So I went ahead and took my time scribbling and swirling it all together. I finally got it all kind of warm, semi-warm, and melted together. And I was able to then apply all the candies on top. As you see here, I was struggling really hard, so I'm not sure what I did wrong, but that's the final touch. Then I went ahead and sprinkled all of the candies. I did different ones. Tell me if you guys made this before at home, and let me know what I did. I did bake it at 325 for about 15 minutes, and I just don't know if maybe I used the wrong kind of chocolate or not. So I let it sit overnight in the refrigerator. I took it out the next day, and I was able to go ahead and crack it. Actually came out really good. I was very impressed. It tasted really well. So I guess I really didn't mess up, just it was a little bit harder to mix and blend, but I definitely will make this again.